Welcome to another episode of Fringe
Beyond Limits. You always start with a sigh.
I know.
And your shoulders go wah wah.
I know. It's because I need to physically, audibly prepare myself for you two.
Sure, if that makes you
That's all.
breathe.
That's all you got to do.
know. Yeah.
One sigh, one exacerbated sigh.
Yeah. People don't
You don't want to
understand.
know what we have to do to prep to put up with you.
I'm assuming masturbate.
No, God, no.
Definitely not.
No, that's not what you guys are.
No.
And there goes,
We have to blare death metal as we drive over here like...
Am I the apex of that then?
No, that's the come down part.
Well, I mean, as long as you're coming, that's really all that matters.
No, the wah wah down.
Wah, wah, wah. Am I like the cigarette after the fact?
The one that leaves you sounding like Thelma and...
And Louise?
No, what's the Simpsons sister twins?
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about
I don't know.
Marge's sisters.
Wow. That's your Donald Duck.
That is my Donald Duck.
Did you just come because Donald Duck makes you?
I did. I did. There's a huge oyster in my pants right now.
Well, we're starting this off with a bang.
We're 2 for 2 so far, right? Jesus.
Oh, Lordy.
All right, so how's everybody's week?
It was good.
Yeah. Pretty.
Yeah. It was good. Saw a concert with you, apparently. Saw you too much this week.
That's a lot of prank time.
It really is.
Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did.
All right, good. With me.
No.
Yeah, no, she said it.
You said the with part after.
It's not, it doesn't matter. So, all right.
Nope.
Well, yeah.
How was you?
I'm me.
How is you?
I am me.
When are you going to change the hair color?
I'm going to soon. I think I'm going to go blonde again.
Blonde isn't a fall color.
Yeah, I know, but I kind of missed it. I haven't done it in a couple of years. I haven't done blonde in a
Just
couple of years.
Straight up platinum.
Yeah. The scary guy fairy look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking you could do the frosted tips. You could bring those back.
Well, yeah. Well, as it grows out, that's what it turns into.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I like to do is just whenever every dye job gives me multiple hairstyles and dues.
Do you just have boxes of Clairol under the cabinet?
Okay, listen. I'm a fancy bitch. I'm not one of your basic
You go to a
bitches.
salon?
Oh, I go to my wife's hair lady.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, so I have her number. I call or text her. I'm like, hey, Karen. Her name's Karen. I'm like, I need an appointment at that time. And then usually if I do a color outside of blonde, she'll be like, what color? I'm
You
like,
have to pre-order it with her.
no, I'm like, I have no idea. I go come up with a couple of ideas, and then I really don't know what color I'm doing until I get there and make a decision.
I still think you need to do rainbow.
I would, but that's just too much work for her and me to sit there.
You got like 1 inch of length. It's not like you have a full girl length hair.
Yeah, but
Except for the mullet part in the back. I mean, that's kind of long.
Yeah, well, I mean, that covers up my tail. But no, it does, because each color needs its own separate dye job.
Yeah. Oh, she doesn't like put foils down or something to separate the
I don't
two?
know. Maybe she would. But she's never done foils with me.
No.
But maybe.
Have you done every color?
I haven't done green yet. And the reason I haven't done green, and I really want to because I would love like the Joker look, especially for like Halloween time,
yeah.
is I did orange. Orange is my favorite color, as we know. And it washed out in like 6 weeks and was blonde.
Mm-hmm.
So afraid of doing those light colors because I'm afraid they will just wash out and then go with the blonde.
Green definitely fades to like sewer kind of green.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very hesitant.
Unless you do like a foresty, hunter,
green,
emeraldy, like dark green versus like a highlighter green.
Maybe.
Mm.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about
Karen.
that. I'll ask Karen. So, all right. Yeah. So, so that's coming up. I'm just going to make that appointment now because you can't bleach hair because it destroys it and makes it brittle and disintegrates it. So whenever I do a dye job, they have to bleach my hair and then put color on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to wait for it to grow out to be able to do a new color or a new dye job. Does that make sense?
It does. But
Yeah.
it doesn't stop me from putting highlights in my hair all the time.
No.
Hmm.
But you're also women and men's hair are different. I think maybe your guys are more robust than men's.
That's the only Irish side of me is my hair. So it's not robust by any means.
No. Well, I'm
maybe
100% Italian, and mine's not that robust. Robust. So, anyway, what do we do? We do things that keep you up at night. Do we have anything for you guys this week?
I do. And this one drives me nuts.
Oh, I love nuts.
My neighbor, who doesn't listen to this podcast, installed a motion detector light because their dogs have been skunked umpteen thousand times. But their motion detector light is not facing their backyard. It is facing into my windows. So it wakes me up sometimes in the middle of the night when critters are running around in the backyard. And then it takes me forever to fall back asleep.
Do you think they're just trying to sneak a peek?
No. Well, I don't know. They're like voyeuristic type of neighbors.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Maybe not in windows, but like they're always commenting. Like, got a really interesting text message one day. Just me and the wife were saying we really like your flowers in the backyard this year. Great job. And it's like no prompt, no like where did that come from, or little things like I think you're planting that tree a little too close to your fire pit, or just weird things. It's like stop watching my deck, stop watching my backyard, stop watching my front yard. You can only watch it when I'm out of town, but not while I'm home.
I have an idea.
Oh Lord.
When you're out of town next, I will sunbathe naked in your backyard. And I'm pretty sure they won't look back there anymore.
Yeah. They got two big dogs like you have two big dogs.
Yeah.
Well, a black lab shepherd mix and orangey rusty shepherd lab mix, whatever.
Well,
I should bring them over and then they can run up and down the fence and do that. How was your week? My week was fine. Did you smell that cat? I think that's what dogs do when they run up and down the fence.
Is that what's in your head?
I'm pretty sure it's like, how was your day? How was your day? My was great. Did you catch that rabbit? I caught that rabbit. You smell bad. So do you. You know, that kind of thing.
That's awesome.
And then they walk away like, nice talk. I'll catch you next week.
And then 5 minutes later, oh, hi, how are you doing?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do your dogs do the run up and down the fence thing with the shepherd next door?
Rizzo does.
Oh,
Sheldon does not. Yeah. Sheldon is interested in dogs, but not.
He's a people dog.
He's a people dog.
Yeah.
So people he will lick and jump and cuddle with all day long.
Dogs take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good one. That really does keep you up at night.
Legit.
Literally.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Bree?
Yeah, so what if life is just like a hallucination, but that's caused by breathing oxygen? And why is it then when you stop breathing, your life ends?
Say that again.
Oh, that's interesting.
So what if life is just like a hallucination caused by breathing oxygen, and that is why when you stop breathing it, your life ends?
Which is why last time when we were talking about thinking about breathing.
Yeah, there we go.
See? It's all connected. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I actually stumped him.
The very act of breathing oxygen causes the hallucination of life.
Mm-hmm.
So when you stop breathing, aka you're dead, the hallucination of life is...
Yeah, hallucination ends, so your life ends. Because hallucination is your life.
So where does it start?
Huh?
Where does life start?
That's a good question, but not in my question I asked.
Right, but in order for breathing oxygen to be a hallucination, it would have to start somewhere. So where does life start?
When your mom pops you out of her vagina?
I think I should have called her more. Okay. I don't have anything to add to that.
It's an interesting thought.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for some, I'm sure it is very an interesting thought.
Is it not an interesting thought for you? I'm
just trying to wrap my head around. I'm not understanding it. I'm not trying to be mean or pick by any means. I'm just not understanding.
So basically, like
I understand the words that you used to say.
Yeah.
I'm just the concept I'm not getting. Just because I feel as though for life to exist, there needs to be a beginning. And if I can't wrap my head around the beginning of it, you know what I mean?
I think you're thinking too much.
According to quantum tunneling, there is no beginning.
I think that's what my penis is used for, is quantum tunneling.
I picture
Whoa. I can't wait for this.
like one of those old school hand pie cake mixers. That's your penis
That's
tunneling.
my penis is tunneling through batter.
Batter.
Is that
Pudding.
baby batter? Is done.
You can't say baby batter on the internet.
Why can't I say baby batter on the internet? That's how crotch goblins are created.
I don't like that phrase.
What, crotch
It
goblins?
just sounds. I don't know how that just sounds icky.
I mean, that's what it kind of looks like when they're expelled from a vagina. All right,
I thought you
so
said babies are pooped out.
I mean, you guys said no. I said yes.
Hmm.
So I went back and revisited. Maybe there's crotch goblins. So all
What
right.
about you?
Yeah. So I actually have two things that they're kind of like would you rathers that kept me up at night. So I would like to pose these to you too. So would you rather always know the right thing to say or always do the right thing?
Say that again.
Would you rather always know the right thing to say or always do the right thing?
The former for me.
Always knowing the right thing to say.
Ooh, you guys are on opposite ends. Okay.
No,
Well, yeah, you said always do the right thing.
no, that was the second one.
Yeah, you said
The former, the first.
Yeah. If you did lather, she wanted the...
lather.
Yeah, the
You-
lather.
Not the ladder.
No. Ladder.
The latter.
Yeah,
L-A-T-T.
latter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said lather.
It sounded like you said ladder, like L-A-D-D.
No, latter.
Same difference.
No, it's not. It's two very different things.
Same difference.
No, because lather is what I did a few hours ago when I showered. I
You did
lathered
not
myself.
shower 2 hours ago or a few hours ago. That's a lie.
Let's see. It would have been 6 hours ago.
6 hours, 5 days.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't done talking. I would rather always do the right thing. Because, it doesn't matter what I say, it's what I do. Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, I just always mess up on what I say. So I'd
Obviously.
rather know the right thing to
We
say.
have about 18 episodes that proves that so far.
Yeah.
And then I have another one. Would you rather lose the ability to feel love or lose the ability to feel pain?
Pain.
Pain. Lose the ability to feel love or lose the ability to feel pain? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, pain would be dangerous.
Right.
The reason you have pain receptors is to keep you alive, but
Right.
I could be a bubble boy.
And also pain brings a lot of negativity, and more negativity in life, your lifespan tends to decrease. So I'd rather have more positivity. So I would rather feel love.
So since I don't feel love and I always feel pain, I would like to get what it feels like the other way around. I would lose the ability to feel pain.
So, wow, all three of us agree.
I know, that's scary.
That's
The
scary.
first.
I think that's the third seal of the apocalypse.
Probably.
Yeah.
Along with the gray horse or the white horse. What's
Whichever one
which was the last one? The third one.
I know the one that symbolizes death is a woman.
Yes.
I know. All right. Well, that was definitely interesting.
I love those if-then thoughts.
Yeah. No, me too.
Give me more of those later.
Give me more.
I'm so gonna isolate that. Give me more of that later. That was fantastic.
I hate your face.
Oh, God. So I have a question. Like when you lay down to go to sleep, and you close your eyes, how many times does my face flash in the darkness of your eyes being closed?
Let's see. Let me count. None.
You can't count that high, can you?
No. I can count to G.
To G?
To G. I can count backwards from purple.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah. All right.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Would you rather have the ability to see into the future or see into the past?
I would rather have the ability to see into the past. Just because if I could see into the future, there'd be so many things I'd want to change. I would drive myself crazy and
good point.
Obsessed with the now and seeing how I can change things. I would probably just end up making things worse, or then realize it's all futile because it's going to happen anyway, and I'm just wasting my time. So
like Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I think I'd rather have the ability to see into the past.
Interesting. Might have asked you that before, but I don't remember.
I don't remember if you have or haven't. What about you, Brie? Hi, we're recording.
Yeah.
Would you rather have the ability to see into the past or see into the future?
Future.
Why?
Because I like to know what's coming.
Would you try to do anything to change any? If it was good or bad, or?
I think depends on what it is. There's some things that may be bad, but I'm like, it is what it is. But if it's something that like can prevent someone from like dying or something evil from happening, I'll try to, but who knows, the fact that I tried to could actually lead to that result.
Yeah.
I can't believe that, Lynette, you and I had this whole conversation and she didn't listen at all.
It's okay.
No, it's not, because she's wearing headphones. We were talking directly into her ear.
Us.
No, I only have the ability to mute.
That you know of.
No.
She just unplugged the wire.
She can't.
Okay, I ran out of excuses for you, Brie.
It's
okay.
Win.
That's all right.
Like, where were you there for like 3 minutes?
I had a brain fart.
That's a pretty long fart. All right. That was a good one, though.
You're known for farts.
Oh, 100%.
So he can judge a long fart.
Yeah. I'm
better than most.
I'm a horribly gassy individual. Half the time they don't smell. Half the time they do. Half the time they don't.
But they always sound like they're...
They always sound like Chewbacca.
That or like they're shitting your pants. And everything's going everywhere.
Yeah. No, I'm literally shitting my pants right now. You guys just can't tell.
Oh,
oops, I grabbed my pants.
Oops.
And I just did.
I love that SNL skit. It's so great. All right. So what are we talking about today?
Chronovisor.
Coronavirus?
Chronovisor.
The
It did sound like coronavirus.
It did, didn't it?
Like, no, we can't talk about that either.
What is up with you?
Big brother.
Big brother. He touched.
Not the good kind of big brother.
Oh, you mean stepbrother?
I don't get it.
All right. Do you not watch porn?
No.
Oh my God. What is wrong with you?
I have imagination myself. I don't need
you
terrible acting and Ron Jeremy mustaches. No,
okay,
thank you.
I'm sorry. You can look at like new stuff. You don't have to get stuck in the 80s.
That's not free.
That's
not free.
There is. There's a whole genre of step siblings porn.
Sick.
Oh, it's fantastic.
No.
Yeah, why not? You don't like it?
Because I don't want to make fun of those in the South again, but
no,
that's going to make me.
They're step siblings. They're steps.
It doesn't matter.
There's no bloodline.
Still. It's
No.
still in the family.
Not really.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like I think about, like I can freak out because like you said, it's in the family, but I don't freak out because it's not blood related. So it's
yeah.
But it's a lose-lose win-win situation.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, if I'm 17, all right, and one of my parents married somebody else and they had another 17-year-old hot broad living in the same house as me. I know I said that on purpose because I know you don't like it. Another 17-year-old girl, and all of a sudden she's hot and living in the same house and she wants to blow me. I am letting her.
Wasn't there like an episode in the Brady Bunch where the two oldest kissed? That was like a lost episode.
I feel like they would have to take that down.
I remember
I feel as though that's a porn. You weren't really watching the Brady Bunch. You were watching.
What was I?
You were watching porn.
No, it wasn't porn.
It was porn.
It was not porn.
It was the Brady Bunch parody porn.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Instead of Greg, it was Gavin. What was the
No.
oldest daughter's
Marsha.
name?
Looks like Marsha and Greg kissed. It was an episode.
Marsha.
Oh, that's a
Told you it was an
kiss.
episode.
Was it really?
It was like the whole neck grab.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Kiss and all.
I think there was like controversy with it, so they ended up taking it out, but it did exist.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we should do a review on Brady Bunch porn parody next time.
I thought you were going to do your cryptid stuff. Your cryptid porn.
Yeah,
Or
erotica.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Cryptoerotica.
Yeah, that could be a little bonus episodes here and there.
Boner.
Boner episodes.
Mothman's boner.
That's just like little bitty.
No, it's huge. His wingspan's like 10 feet.
Yeah, but so are moths, but they've
And
got a name that starts with a P.
Penis.
Not a penis. But they're itty bitty.
And instead of like semen coming out, it's ectoplasm.
Ecto what?
Plasm.
She got it right the second time.
A second time, yeah.
I just said it, but the L I said really silently.
Do you think Bigfoot's dick would smell bad or normal?
Bad.
Well, he's supposed to smell according to those who have smelled him.
Well, that's just the ape skunk. That's down in Florida, but there's other different Bigfoot
Skunk ape.
or skunk ape. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought they said Bigfoot was funky too.
I don't know.
Do you think he has athlete's foot?
Maybe.
Why do they call him Bigfoot? Why don't they call him Big Hairy Man or something?
Or like, do you think he gets psoriasis?
Do you think he has jock itch?
For sure.
Yeah.
Unless he knows how to like create his own aloe vera.
Probably.
Maybe.
He's been walking around in the woods for...
Yeah, and just all right.
Yeah.
Would you suck Bigfoot's dick?
Probably not.
No. Would
Nope.
you? No.
Nope.
Would you?
I would eat out Mrs. Bigfoot.
Ew.
We didn't ask about Mrs. Bigfoot.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're all going to have to like do what we.
What if you get like ticks
like where?
in your head because you're eating out
In your goatee.
My goatee. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
ticks in your eyebrows?
Yeah, I mean, there's challenges to everything. You know, how big do you think the crabs are there? I mean,
Alaskan king crabs.
All right, so wow, we went off the rails there. All right.
Per
So,
the usual.
Yeah, today we're going to be talking about the Chronovisor. So the Chronovisor is one of the most intriguing and mystifying devices in the chronicles of modern myth and conspiracy theory. Allegedly invented by Father Pellegrino Ernetti, an Italian priest in the mid-20th century, the Chronovisor is said to be a device that can view past events by capturing residual electromagnetic waves and acoustic signals. So we're going to dive into the origins, technology, key figures, and the broader impact of the Chronovisor while examining the skepticism and cultural fascination it has inspired.
Do you think his family owned Pellegrino water?
I'm going to say no since that was his first name.
Yeah,
Maybe-
but people use first and last names.
Maybe he was named after.
Sir Mix-a-Lot, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like big butts. No, I mean, maybe he was named after Pellegrino water.
Maybe.
You know.
One of my favorites.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. What makes it your favorite?
The bubbles.
The bubbles.
All right. So Father Pellegrino Ernetti was born in 1925 and joined the Benedictine Abbey as a monk of San Giorgio Maggiore in Venice, Italy at the age of 16 on October 28, 1941. With a background in musicology and physics and a keen interest in theology and science, he showcased a diverse intellect that was rare among his peers. Ernetti's foray into the world of science was driven by a profound curiosity about the mysteries of existence. His work in musicology involved studying the history and development of Gregorian chants, a task that required a deep understanding of acoustics and sound waves. This scientific background likely influences later claims. Despite his scientific interest, Ernetti remained deeply committed to his religious duties. His intellectual pursuits and scientific curiosity led him to explore unconventional ideas. The dual identity as man of faith and science made him a unique figure, capable of bridging the gap between two seemingly disparate worlds. What do you guys think? Do you think science and religion can coexist together?
Yeah. But I don't think the two worlds Like, I think sometimes they're saying the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't want to be referenced in the same sentence or in the same, like, it's almost the religious choice or the science choice to say, keep me out of the same conversation.
Do you have an example?
Oh,
If not, that's fine. I was just curious if you had one off the top of your head.
I can think on that one.
Okay.
Nothing off the top right now.
Okay. What about you, Brie?
I would say no. To me, when I think science, I think facts. When I think religion, I think stories. I think not made up, but like fables and fairy tales, like explaining situations. There is really no facts. So that's my difference for the two. So I would say that I can't see them coexisting.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I think they can coexist. I think belief and facts we just haven't reached the technological pinnacle that can blend the two. I think when you talk about religion, I refer to it more as spirituality. So our ghosts and spirits and all that can't be scientifically proven at all. Doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. There's a lot of things that science can't duplicate that exist and are real. So just because we haven't gotten there technologically yet, I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
And I also kind of think science is the new modern religion.
Maybe.
I mean, it has protocols, it has criteria, it has beliefs, it has things that it doesn't believe in, and people look to it as a god.
Yeah, I mean, that's very plausible.
But I think the difference is when science was, excuse me, first the thing, like religion filled in the why gap and the how gap, and they had a very easy answer. It was God. Whereas science was looking for the why, and in some cases, they just keep, well, I don't know, maybe science is kind of shifting a little bit where the scientific theory isn't as upheld. I've seen and read a few theories that just get squashed for no apparent reason, just because this is the way it's always been,
right?
Kind of thing. So,
yeah, I mean, there is a saying out there that science advances as older scientists die.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
So
I believe it.
So yeah, I mean, that does make sense. Yeah, I just think that we just haven't gotten there yet. We haven't been hit that duality to where we can prove one with the other. So, yeah. All right. So the legend of the Chronovisor begins in the 1950s and 1960s, a period marked by rapid technological advancements and a fervent fascination with the possibilities of science. Ernetti claimed that he, along with a team of prominent and renowned scientists, including Nobel laureates Enrico Fermi and Werner von Braun, had developed a device capable of viewing events from the past. The invention was the Chronovisor. The initial announcement of the Chronovisor was met with a mixture of awe and skepticism, and his claim quickly captured the public's imagination and sparked widespread curiosity and controversy. Ernetti described the device as a sophisticated apparatus that could tune into the past by detecting and interpreting the electromagnetic waves left behind by historical events. According to him, the Chronovisor allowed users to witness moments such as the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and other significant historical occurrences. His claims about the Chronovisor can be seen as an extension of this duality, blending scientific curiosity with a desire to uncover and witness significant religious events. However, these claims are difficult to verify, as there is no concrete evidence linking these figures to the project. The Vatican's alleged involvement also adds a layer of intrigue and a secrecy to the story. Some believe that the Vatican either suppressed or safeguarded the Chronovisor, fearing its potential implications. So, interesting that a Benedictine monk partner up with a former Nazi,
right,
and a known member of the Nazi Party and the SS.
Yeah,
right. I believe, Lynette, you said that.
Yeah,
that, but then, at the same time, even though during World War II, the Vatican went against the Nazis. The Vatican is in the middle of Italy, and Italy was part of the Axis powers. So, I mean, how much were there differences? You know what I mean? Like were they really, or was it just really something they just said in public?
I don't know if I'm following your question.
Like since they were basically Italian,
Yeah.
right? Did their thoughts really?
Because that was fascist
Right.
Mussolini as well, right? Same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the church can be seen and deemed as fascist for 2,000 years, especially during the Dark Ages, right? During the Crusades, during the Spanish Inquisition, right? All these horrible events.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering if they aligned more with the German Nazi,
because they came from
rhetoric.
that sort of
right,
rooted background.
right. But outwardly in public, they said we're going to speak out against them. We're going to stand against you in public, but behind closed doors,
yeah.
Let's try to figure some shit out.
Insert any political or powerful entity
Pretty much
in that conversation.
Pretty much.
But no, that's interesting. But even still, it's just the outward appearance seems just eyebrow raising. Like,
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the,
because aren't Benedictine or is it Franciscan monks that are supposed to be like the most peaceful, and the Benedictines are like very knowledgeable?
Yeah. So the Franciscans
like
are peaceful because I think that they derive from Francis of Assisi.
Yeah. So it was no war or anything.
The Benedictine come from
like knowledge and learning
from Saint Benedict, who is also the patron saint of ghost hunters and exorcists.
Oh yeah, because all the exorcists
carry
only Benedictine priests and are exorcists. Can any other Catholic order be an exorcist?
Yeah, and now any Catholic order can, but it stemmed from the Benedictine order. Yeah. So on March 18th, 1929, Fermi was appointed a member of the Royal Academy of Italy by Mussolini. On April 27th, 1929, he joined the Fascist Party. He later opposed fascism when the 1938 racial laws were publicized by Mussolini in order to bring Italian fascism ideologically closer to German Nazism. I know I said that fucked up.
Say that again. For sure. I thought Brie was talking for a second.
I'm telling you, I would love for her to narrate like some of this shit. Despite his political affiliations, Enrico Fermi, one of the most renowned physicists of the 20th century, an Italian and naturalized American physicist renowned for being the creator of the world's first nuclear reactor, the Chicago Pile 1, and a member of the Manhattan Project. He has been called the architect of the nuclear age and the architect of the atomic bomb, and is often mentioned in connection with the Chronovisor. Known for his work on the development of the first nuclear reactor and his contributions to quantum theory and particle physics, Fermi's involvement, if true, would lend significant credibility to the Chronovisor claims. Fermi's reputation as a meticulous and rigorous scientist makes his alleged participation in the Chronovisor project both intriguing and contentious. There is no documented evidence of his involvement, and many in the scientific community view these claims with skepticism. However, the mere association with Fermi adds a layer of complexity and intrigue to the Chronovisor legend.
So I live walking distance from Fermi Lab. What if there's a Chronovisor basically under my house?
Could be.
Do you want to start digging and see?
I mean, I'll probably get arrested or trampled by buffalo, but that's okay.
I have never seen the buffalo there, and I'm very disappointed.
They are there.
I know.
They're just...
I never got the chance to see them, though.
Far away from the street.
I've never been to Fermi Lab. I've been to like the learning center for college class, but other than that, I've never actually been in.
Wait a minute. You were at a learning center?
It was like a learning, because I went to school for become an elementary teacher, and they have a learning center for school field trips. So we took a trip out there to see and get ideas for when we become teachers.
Were you ever really in school?
Yeah. And I got all A's. Thank you very much.
So many places I can go with this, but I won't.
Zip it.
I will. All right. Werner von Braun.
Werner von Braun.
Werner. Is that like the most German name ever?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, You can't like.
Werner von Braun.
It sounds like a cartoon character's
It
name.
does.
Yeah. Okay.
But like the evil character.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Like the guy.
Like Skeletor.
Like the guy that's always chasing Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Boris Badenoff.
Yeah, but it could be.
And Natasha.
I think of like Cruella
I
de
thought
Vil.
Natasha was so hot.
She was hot.
Yeah, she was. All right. Werner
That
von
cartoon. You know, I always like said at work that I was the guy with the mustache with the broom at the end of the parade. Like that's what I feel like my job is cleaning up the mess after everybody like leaves it. That guy doesn't have a name, but his little wiggly mustache, I liked him.
Is the wiggly mustache.
So, are you saying in the past life you were like the mop person at a peep show?
Ew. No.
Just mopping up.
You don't even know what a peep show is. You said you want to know what a peep
I know,
show
I do. But I'm assuming it's like a jerk off
It's
thing.
just peanuts on the floor.
Yeah,
Peanut shells, like
Peanuts or penis?
like a Texas
That's
Roadhouse.
some pretty gritty sperm you got going on then. Jesus.
Shooting pellets.
Shoot pellets.
Okay, Werner von Braun.
Werner von Braun, a pioneer in rocket technology and space exploration, is another figure linked to the Chronovisor. Von Braun's work with NASA and his role in the development of the V-2 rocket during World War II made him a prominent figure in the field of aerospace engineering. Like Fermi, von Braun's alleged involvement in the Chronovisor project is difficult to verify. However, his inclusion in the narrative adds a fascinating dimension, suggesting that the project was not only a theological endeavor but also a scientific one, with potential implications for our understanding of time and space.
So, these two, Fermi and von Braun, being heavily involved in military, wouldn't you think they would want a device to see into the future, not the past? Like if they were going to create something? Like if they want to know where to shoot the missiles or, I don't know.
Well, yes, I would agree that that would be, but what if that's just not...
Science wasn't there yet.
Yeah, I mean, what if that's just not possible to see that? Like, but the science was there to see the past. So that's, or maybe to, just like everything else, we have to understand the past to be able to proceed to the future. So that they needed to start there, And another little side note here is about Operation Paperclip, which I think is an episode, and probably a 2-part episode in itself, because that is one of the most fascinating operations and controversial. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
But he was part of that. No.
Yeah. And if people don't know what that is, it's basically after World War II, Russia and the U.S. divvying up all the German Nazi scientists and engineers and technicians, and so, and that's basically how the Cold War started, and then the race to the moon, and yeah, very intriguing stuff. So, the Chronovisor's supposed technology is rooted in the idea that every event leaves behind an imprint in the form of electromagnetic waves and acoustic signals. Ernetti claimed that by calibrating the device to these frequencies, it is possible to reconstruct and view the past events. The device was described as having a screen similar to a television through which these reconstructions could be seen. This concept, while intriguing, raises numerous scientific questions. The notion of capturing and reconstructing historical electromagnetic waves is not supported by contemporary science. Electromagnetic waves, particularly those from distant past events, would be incredibly weak and dispersed. Additionally, the idea of a machine being able to isolate and display specific moments in history remains speculative at best. Excuse me.
Well, I just thought it was... So this whole time I was thinking a Chronovisor was kind of like a VR type of goggle. I wasn't picturing it like a TV or a screen.
I was kind of thinking of like an actual visor.
Like you're playing poker?
Yeah. Or golf.
One of those green plastic visors.
Yeah. No, I didn't think that. But
no, I obviously they didn't have AR goggles, but that's what I envisioned.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's very... I could see where you went with that. Bree, what are you thinking over there?
I was just thinking it more being like a flat instrument and then something being projected up.
You mean like in Star Trek?
I was just thinking like Star Trek.
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like that's what.
So you're actually like
Came up in my head.
witnessing history that
Yeah.
way. Okay.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I said this is from the 1950s and 1960s.
Well, I know, but that's
not like the 2250s,
I'm
right?
not thinking about back then. I just what popped in my head.
I'm just teasing.
You know that this technology has been out. We find out about it 30 years later.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Just like the
Okay.
Great Pyramids.
My mom in the 80s had a car with touchscreen.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah. It was a Buick.
Wow.
That's not a Buick. But it had a touchscreen, and like that wasn't popular technology.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we didn't get it until the 2000s, really.
Right. I wonder why they didn't expand on it.
Because my mom was cool.
That's true. She is cool.
But she
You-
can't listen to this podcast.
No. Is it? Do you think it's because she'd be that much more attracted to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to start that like step sibling situation.
You don't want him.
whatever.
You don't want him to be your stepdaddy.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be my
Yeah.
stepdaddy.
I would be your stepdad.
That sounds just
That's so gross.
Who's your stepdad? That's what I would say to you every time. Who's your stepdaddy?
ew. Gross.
Despite the lack of scientific backing, the Chronovisor story persists, partially due to its compelling narrative and the human fascination with time travel and viewing the past. The device's description often includes technical details that lend an air of credibility, such as the involvement of cathode ray tubes, antennas, and complex circuitry. One of the most sensational claims associated with the Chronovisor is the viewing of Jesus Christ's crucifixion. According to Ernetti, the device allowed him to witness this pivotal moment in history, providing details that he later shared with the public. He claimed to have seen Jesus on the cross, the surrounding crowd, and the dramatic events that unfolded. Ernetti and his associates I can't say that word.
Purportedly.
Thank you. Purportedly took photographs of historical events as seen through the Chronovisor. These images, if genuine, would provide extraordinary proof of the device's capabilities. One such claim was the famous image depicting the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Ernetti also claimed that the Chronovisor allowed for the viewing of various events from ancient Rome. He described scenes from the Roman Senate, significant battles, and even everyday life in the ancient city. These descriptions were often rich in detail, painting a vivid picture of a bygone era. So, do you guys think that viewing, if this was real, viewing something like Jesus' crucifixion and then telling about it would be like a form of blasphemy?
What's a blasphemy?
Do you guys want to weigh in on that? You want me to look up the definition?
Yes, because I really don't know what blasphemy is.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so...
Like how you ask the question, you don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, I know what it is. I'm not very good at...
Offensive and sacrilegious about God.
Yeah.
Profane talk.
Yeah.
So
Being a blaspheme.
Mm-hmm.
being negative towards God, basically, or like
More than that.
It's, what would you say, borders on heresy or...
Yeah, I don't think we can use these big words with her. Do you know what heresy is?
Nope.
Say what I mean.
Okay,
Do you know-
sacrilegious?
kind of. It's a word I hear all the time, but I never actually know what it meant.
It's like insulting or showing contempt of.
Okay.
So insulting.
Being negative towards
No,
being
Not just
insulted.
negative,
It's
like
not just-
violating the word of God
Yeah.
or false idols. That
Okay.
Sort of
Taking-
Okay, I get it now.
taking
Yeah,
it
yeah.
like 3 steps further than just negative.
Then why would you think that's...
I'm just asking a question.
I don't think... None of what you just like read, I would feel like it's... Was it blasphemy?
Right.
Yeah,
you,
I just...
you said that right the first time. I'm
Okay.
impressed.
I don't feel like it is.
No.
Oh.
Why not?
I mean, if it's real, no. If he's lying about it, yes. Because I feel like he's using, if it's a lie, he might be using it for fame or money and ultimately it's going to discredit the Catholic Church or the religious orders or whatever.
Yeah. I agree with you there. So here's some...
I'm just wondering what the motivation, if any. Like,
Well,
do you choose the most important event in history as as a religious leader and say this?
Well, if you're the Catholic Church and you're a Catholic priest and you claim you have a device like this, everyone's going to ask, well, did you see Jesus crucified? So I think he's
okay. Didn't think of it like that.
Yeah. So I think in order to help with his claim, he needed to go there.
He couldn't just be like, Joe Schmo in the field.
See, what I would have rather, instead of the crucifixion, I would have rather said, I saw him resurrect. That's going to prove the faith tenfold. Because, yeah, it's possible that a man named Jesus and was followed by people, was crucified for whatever, right? The real question is, did he resurrect? Because the entire faith is based on his resurrection. It's not whether he existed, lived, and died. It's did he resurrect? So I would have gone with that way if it's real. Mm-hmm. I would have rather him gone to his resurrection instead of his crucifixion.
Yeah, I guess that's a really big claim to start with. I feel like start with something small. I saw you eating a bologna sandwich last week. Like
I saw my daddy conceive me.
Gross.
What? Just another baby batter with the crotch goblin.
What?
Baby batter, crotch goblin. I saw that all happen.
I thought you were going to say something more fun like Look Who's Talking.
No.
I saw that movie. And the second one.
You would.
The opening scene is hilarious.
I agree.
So, that would be a Chronovisor moment.
It would be. I agree. I mean, everything is a Chronovisor moment. Anything that happened is a Chronovisor moment.
Or, wouldn't you use the device to, I don't know. They didn't have Google back then, so... To win an argument with somebody, so-and-so was the king during this time, whatever. Right. To, win your argument, just beep boop, beep boop on the little Chronovisor.
Well, right. I mean, that you'd have to have the device with you at all times.
Okay, well.
And that's fine. I don't mind that he does.
Come over to my house. I'll prove you wrong. Beep boop, beep boop.
Okay. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I would. Is that all we got there?
Yep.
Okay.
Saying.
So, skepticism and criticism. So, debunking the photographs. The photographic evidence presented by Ernetti has been a focal point of skepticism. Critics have meticulously analyzed these images, uncovering inconsistencies and identifying some as doctored versions of existing artwork. The famous image of Jesus' crucifixion was later determined to be a reversed and modified version of a 19th century statue, thus discrediting its authenticity. Critics argue that such detailed collections could easily be fabricated based on historical knowledge available at the time. While Ernetti's accounts were compelling, they lacked the physical evidence they needed to convince the scientific community. The scientific community was largely dismissed the Chronovisor as a hoax or a product of imaginative. I cannot talk
imaginative?
Today. I know, but I am having I feel like I'm having a stroke. So, is a hoax or a product of imaginative fiction. The primary criticisms revolve around the lack of empirical evidence and the implausibility of the technology described. Scientists argue that the concept of capturing and reconstructing past electromagnetic waves is not feasible given our current understanding of physics. The primary scientific critique of the Chronovisor centers on the feasibility of its alleged technology. The idea of capturing and reconstructing past electromagnetic waves to view historical events is not supported by any known scientific principles. Electromagnetic waves, especially those from the distant past, would be incredibly weak and dispersed, making it implausible to isolate and reconstruct them. Additionally, the Chronovisor's described ability to tune in to specific moments in history adds another layer of skepticism. I cannot talk. Did someone just take over here for a minute?
I don't know where you were.
Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I needed a drink. All right. The precision required to achieve such a feat without any clear explanation of the underlying mechanics places the device firmly in the realm of speculative fiction rather than scientific reality. Such revelations have led many to conclude that the Chronovisor story relies heavily on fabricated evidence and imaginative storytelling. The lack of verifiable proof, combined with the implausible technological claims, reinforces that the view that the Chronovisor is more a product of myth than genuine scientific breakthrough. Despite these criticisms, the Chronovisor story continues to captivate the public. It represents a blend of science fiction and historical curiosity, appealing to those who are fascinated by the possibilities of time travel and the mysteries of the past. So what do you guys think of that so far?
I mean, would love for it to be real, but right now I'm kind of sitting on this is a fake, but we've been lied to before where people discredit stuff all the time just to cover up the truth of other things.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I'm going to buy the narrative that it's not real.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's not real as well. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around everything and fully believe it. It's just hard.
Okay.
I mean, I did find a picture of the device, and it looks like one of those old-timey, like TV screen. How big would you say? Like
3x3?
3x3, like one of those old-timey TVs.
Yeah.
With like weird telephone, those
Receiver.
old-timey telephones where you hold one piece up to your ear and you talk into them, like
the mouthpiece.
Yeah, like a Tucker telephone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It looks fancy.
I mean, for the time, it probably was.
Yeah.
So Father Pellegrino Ernetti's credibility is another point of contention. While he was a respected Benedictine monk and a scholar, his extraordinary claims about the Chronovisor have overshadowed his legitimate academic contributions. Critics argue that Ernetti's background in theology and musicology does not provide the scientific expertise required to develop such an advanced device. Moreover, Ernetti's reluctance to provide concrete evidence or allow independent verification of the Chronovisor's capabilities has further damaged his credibility. His insistence of the device's existence, despite mounting skepticism, has led some to view him as either a visionary with unverifiable claims or a purveyor of an elaborate hoax. The Vatican's alleged involvement in the Chronovisor story adds an element of secrecy and conspiracy. According to some accounts, the Vatican either suppressed or safeguarded the Chronovisor, fearing its potential to disrupt established religious doctrines and historical narratives. The Vatican's stance on the Chronovisor remains ambiguous. While there is no official acknowledgement of the device, the secrecy surrounding its archives and the organization's historical involvement in scientific research fuels speculation. The idea that the Vatican possesses hidden knowledge and technologies add to the allure and mystery of the Chronovisor. Some believe that the Vatican continues to use the device, keeping its existence a closely guarded secret to protect religious and historical narratives. These theories often suggest that the Chronovisor has been used to verify biblical events or uncover hidden aspects of history. Public perception of the Chronovisor is shaped by these conspiracy theories and the broader cultural fascination with hidden knowledge. The device represents the alluring of uncovering secrets and the possibility of transcending the limitations of time, themes that resonate deeply with human curiosity.
Ooh.
Yes.
I had an idea.
Okay.
What if the device is real and he went to his superior and whoever that is in the church, in the Vatican, whatever, and the Vatican said, cool, this works. Maybe he did show him Joe Schmo, like plowing a hayfield or, whatever they did in Rome, herding sheep, whatever. They said, let's go back to the Jesus crucifixion.
Mm-hmm.
And they went back and it didn't happen, which would totally destabilize the entire church.
Mm-hmm.
So since they saw that it didn't happen, what if they faked it with the statue and they thought they got away with it until people discredited the photo and then the church said, nope, I'm taking this.
Very possible.
I'm a believer now. I convinced myself. I'm a believer.
Okay, yeah. And that could also be why he went to the crucifixion and not the resurrection. Because he may have gone to the resurrection and saw that he never resurrected.
It didn't happen.
And so he's like, oh, let's not say we went there, but we went to the crucifixion instead.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, this took a turn.
Boom, boom,
And
boom.
we're back on track. The Chronovisor has left a lasting imprint on popular culture. It has been referenced in numerous books, movies, television shows, often as a symbol of forbidden knowledge or a gateway of uncovering hidden truths. The device's allure lies in its promise of revealing the past, a concept that resonates with our innate curiosity and desire to understand history. Conspiracy theories surrounding the Chronovisor have also proliferated. Some believe that the Vatican continues to possess and use this device, keeping its existence a closely guarded secret. These theories are often fueled by the lack of concrete evidence and the mysterious nature of the claims. In modern popular culture, the Chronovisor has inspired works of fiction and speculative narratives. It serves as a compelling plot device embodying the intersection of science, religion, and the unknown. The enduring fascination with the Chronovisor underscores our collective yearning to explore the boundaries of what is possible and to uncover the secrets of the past. The Chronovisor has inspired a wealth of literature ranging from scholarly analysis to speculative fiction. Books that delve into the Chronovisor story often explore themes of hidden knowledge, forbidden technology, and the ethical implications of time travel. These works contribute to the device's mystique and keep the legend alive in the public imagination. One notable example is the book The Vatican's New Mystery by French writer François Braun, which explores the Chronovisor legend and its implications. Braun's work has been instrumental in popularizing the Chronovisor story.
How was that again?
Popularizing. Blending historical research with speculative narrative to create a compelling account. H.G. Wells's The Time Machine, for instance, explores the idea of traveling through time, while other works feature devices that allow characters to view past events. These narratives often grapple with the ethical and philosophical implications of time travel and time viewing. The Chronovisor's legend can be seen as a modern iteration of these themes, merging contemporary scientific ideas with age-old storytelling traditions. The device serves as a powerful narrative tool, enabling explorations of history, ethics, and the human condition. The Chronovisor has also made its way into the world of movies and television. It has been featured in various documentaries and fictional adaptations, often depicted as a powerful and mysterious device capable of unlocking the secrets of history. These portrayals tap into the public's fascination with time travel and the possibility of uncovering hidden truths. In fictional narratives, the Chronovisor is often portrayed as a coveted object, sought after by various factions for its potential to change the course of history. These stories highlight the ethical and moral dilemmas associated with such a powerful device, reflecting broader societal concerns about the use of advanced technology. So, do you think we should, if we could, change the past? Would we? Could we?
It's tough because, like, you see some. I think a lot of people would probably say yes because they don't like certain things that happen. But what effect would it be in the future? Like, how would it affect the future?
If you can go back and have baby Hitler die, would you?
It's like, it's one of those things you would like to, but I'll be afraid of what would be replaced of that. What if someone even more ruthless gets replaced to him?
So would you or wouldn't you?
No.
Why not?
I would not. Would you?
Frank?
There is a thing called shaken baby syndrome.
Oh, God.
That's how he would die, by my hands. I would have to draw a mustache on him.
But then what if, like, as terrible of a time as that was, like, that was a big growing time for the human species.
Right. And if it didn't work, I would just go back and stop myself.
You just go back in time again and undo what you did?
Yep. Couldn't you do that? I don't know.
I don't know. You see those stories where it's like, oops, you accidentally stepped on a bug
Mm-hmm.
when you walked over there, and then now all of a sudden, like, dinosaurs still rule the world. I don't know, like, whatever.
Right. No, I know. Like, I don't know. I see your point, but at the same time, it's just like, how can we not if we can? I mean, it is a philosophical and, ethical
Mhm.
question. Could you kill a baby? I mean,
Well, that wasn't the core
Well,
of the
if you-
conversation,
yeah.
but you.
I mean, even if you know it's Hitler, like, can you look at a baby and kill it?
No, maybe it just needed more hugs.
Maybe. It's very possible.
Or maybe it just needed to be locked in an asylum.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, it's crazy. So the Chronovisor raises intriguing scientific and philosophical questions. The concept of viewing past events touches on the broader topic of time travel and its feasibility. While current scientific understanding does not support the possibility of time travel or viewing past events, the idea continues to inspire theoretical exploration. Philosophically, the Chronovisor prompts discussions about the ethics of observing historical moments. If such a device were possible, what implications would it have for privacy, historical interpretation, and our understanding of truth? The ability to view the past could profoundly impact historical scholarship, potentially rewriting established narratives and alerting our perception of history. The ethical considerations are equally significant. The notion of witnessing personal and private moments from the past raises questions about consent and the potential for misuse.
Mm-hmm.
These discussions, while speculative, highlight the complex interplay between technology, ethics, and human curiosity. Expand on your
The ethical peeping.
So, what if our current historical interpretation of something, I don't have an actual example, but what if just an interpretation that we currently see from our understanding and whatever's left from history is incorrect, where we can go back and view it and gain the appropriate interpretation of it? Like, you don't see that as a benefit?
It's just a sticky. On the highest level, sure, I can agree with your theory or concept. But then when you started getting into application of when is it right, when is it wrong, to go peeping out the past, when is it encroaching on people's personal liberties or rights? There was a Black Mirror episode of that where somebody looked in the past and they would rewind on their TV. They kind of had this whole chrono thing as an episode where it's you have a dinner party, you have your friends over and you have a conversation and it's like, nope, let's rewind and let's see what you actually did and why you canceled on me last week, or and it created this level of distrust while trying to force people to be truthful, but also creating tension and animosity, and God forbid you F up or something, because anybody can rewind your history and put it on display for the world to see.
Yeah, no, I can definitely understand that for current times in our current lives. But I mean,
so it's kind of like legal records. You can't open up the U.S. Census for 30 years or 40 years after it's passed. So there's a statute of limitation of how far you can look back or how recently you can look back.
Sure.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
after all the players are dead.
Yeah. Kind of like the JFK files.
Is there a statute on that? I didn't know.
Yeah, I think it's like 2040. They're sealed till then.
Like the Corona stuff that's sealed for 100 years?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing.
80 years, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why? What would you go peep out first?
In all honesty, I would peep out Jesus times. I would peep out Jesus. Like, was he real? Did he really perform miracles? Did he really resurrect?
And what if the answer is no? Would you share that information with the world?
I don't know.
Because you probably would have hit on you.
No, I don't want to intervene on other people's beliefs and what they seem as right and wrong. I think that is wrong to do. Like, I can disagree with them.
So just for private knowledge.
Yeah. It would be for in my own self. Like, for example, I think we've talked about this before. I don't think orbs are anything but something being reflected with light. Now, saying that, being a paranormal investigator as we are, if somebody shows me a picture of an orb and says that was my wedding day, or that was the day my son was born, or that was whatever, right? And my mother couldn't make it, and that orb is a sign of my mom being there. I would look at them and be like, I absolutely agree with you. I am not here to take away hope and anything, like that. That's not right. So yeah, it'd be more for myself. Like I would see, that, and then number 2, I'd go check out dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I would love to see dinosaurs.
I would do that.
Yeah. So the idea of time travel has long fascinated scientists and the public alike. While the Chronovisor does not claim to enable physical time travel, its ability to view past events touches on similar themes. Current scientific understanding, however, does not support the feasibility of such a device. Theoretical physics explores concepts like wormholes and the bending of space-time, which could theoretically allow for time travel. However, these ideas remain speculative and face significant challenges. The Chronovisor's alleged technology, which relies on capturing and reconstructing past electromagnetic waves, lacks empirical support and remains the realm of fiction. If the Chronovisor were real, its ethical implications could be profound. The ability to observe historical events without consent raises questions about privacy and the potential misuse of such technology. Viewing private moments from the past could infringe on the rights of individuals, even if they lived centuries ago. Moreover, the power to witness and potentially record historical events could be misused to manipulate historical narratives. The possibility of altering our understanding of history based on selective viewing and interpretation could lead to ethical dilemmas and conflict over historical truth. The Chronovisor's ability to view the past, if genuine, would revolutionize historical scholarship. Historians rely on primary sources, artifacts, and written records to reconstruct the past. A device like the Chronovisor would provide direct visual evidence, potentially reshaping our understanding of historical events. However, this raises questions about the authenticity and interpretation of such evidence. Historical scholarship is built on critical analysis and corroboration of sources. The introduction of visual evidence from a device like a Chronovisor would need to be carefully scrutinized and contextualized to ensure its reliability. The Chronovisor is not the only alleged time-viewing device in history. Various myths and legends from different cultures feature similar concepts. For example, the ancient Greek myth of the Mirror of Kronos describes a mirror that could show past and future events. Similarly, other time travel tales and devices in literature often explore the idea of accessing and altering the past. Modern scientific concepts such as quantum mechanics occasionally touch on themes that echo the Chronovisor. The idea of parallel universes and the potential to observe different timelines, while still theoretical, resonates with the fascination surrounding the Chronovisor. These parallels highlight the enduring human interest in time and the possibility of transcending its boundaries. Now that's interesting. What if you're not looking into the past, but you're looking into a different timeline? So then basically your interpretation of that event wouldn't be relevant to this timeline, and you can actually fudge things up even more.
I was actually kind of thinking along those lines as earlier when he was saying he dialed in his energetic frequency, whatever sound vibration coordinates, however one does that. Like,
sure. No idea.
Who's to say that that was the right timeline, that was the right dimension, or you go back and, I wondered about it. Yeah, could you totally fub up a totally different timeline?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe, Hitler wasn't such a horrible person after all. Like, what if he was just some ballet dancer?
He was misunderstood.
Let's not say that. Let's not say that at all.
I mean, if you think about it, like...
Fringe Beyond Limits does not support the quote by Brianna Jones. All right.
But like,
Sorry.
what a title. Like, you're the most hated, worst person in the history of mankind.
Right. In a different timeline, you were just like a famous ballet dancer.
Yeah. You're just a dog walker.
Yeah.
No, he was the one that picked up the poop.
Oh, yeah. The guy with the mustache at the end of the parade.
No,
So-
he's the horse pickup poo person, like in the
What if
parades.
what if there was like a time slip where ballet dancing Hitler was transported into 1941 Berlin, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, the Fuhrer!" and they're all like running and
Leaping.
yeah, that could be that could be a parody movie.
I was going to say, it was making me think of who's...
Hot Tub Time Machine.
I think I've actually seen
Oh
that.
my God, have you really?
I think so. I waste my time on stupid movies, which is why I don't watch them anymore.
You should watch porn. We should do a parody of Hitler and porn.
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Many cultures have myths and legends that involve the ability to see into the past or future. The ancient Greeks, for instance. Oh, I already read that part, didn't I? No, I bet.
Whoopsies.
Sorry. While the Chronovisor's alleged technology is not supported by current scientific principles, modern science does explore concepts that resonate with its themes. Quantum mechanics delves into the nature of time, reality, and the possibility of parallel universes. Some theories suggest that time may not be as linear as it appears, opening the door to speculative ideas about time, travel, and observation. While these scientific explorations remain theoretical, they highlight the ongoing fascination with time and its mysteries. The Chronovisor, though fictional, taps into these deeper questions, reflecting humanity's enduring quest to understand the nature of time and existence. The Chronovisor remains one of the most captivating and mysterious legends of the 20th century. Despite the lack of scientific evidence and the skepticism it faces, the story endures, fueled by our fascination with time travel and the mysteries of history. The Chronovisor serves as a reminder of our innate curiosity and the allure of the unknown. Whether real or fiction, it continues to inspire wonder and speculation.
Dun, dun, dun. So where do you stand?
I'm going to stand on this. It was all one big fake story. I think, yeah, I can't see this being real.
Do you still think it's a farce?
I don't believe it.
All right, I'm going to pivot. I think they saw something that messed up the whole paradigm, the whole story, and they hooped it and they buried it in their archives in the basement.
Okay.
I'm going to go that route because that's more funner.
More funner.
More funner.
Okay, now you're speaking like Brianna.
That was intentional.
I know.
Just like you
I know.
do
I'm just teasing you.
a movie and a weed and whatever.
You want to do a movie? It was interesting at the end there how they bring up the fact that time isn't linear. We just perceive it that way, that it all is happening at the same time. And I think there can be sometime in the future a device that would be able to tap into time itself. I just don't think it's been done as of yet.
What if this device creates Mandela effects? What if they actually look back and they're like, nope, Monopoly guy does not need a monocle. Out.
Maybe.
And
it's a possibility.
Nelson Mandela, nope, didn't die in prison. Out.
Right? I mean, it's all very possible.
Oh, the history on the Chronovisor never happened. No scientific evidence. Out.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's all very possible.
More funner.
I think I just crapped myself. You did this to me.
Cracked your brain?
Yeah.
Cracked your back?
Yes.
Cracked your knuckles?
And my butt.
I was about to say
Can
your
you crack a
butthole.
Your tailbone, maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, isn't all that down there pretty much just joints? Isn't that like your hips and your
They don't
back?
lie.
My hips don't lie.
Yeah.
They only thrust forward and backward.
They don't shimmy side to side?
I mean,
Shake your bonbon, shake your bonbon.
my entire body will shift side to side, not my hips.
Like a wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube man?
Yeah, no, I cannot. No, just front and back. That's it. So,
Well, yeah. Tell us what you guys think. Is it real? Is it not?
Yeah. Tell us.
Is it all a big lie? Is it all a big conspiracy?
I don't know. It's all very
Do
interesting.
you own one?
If you own a Chronovisor, please email me at frank@fringebeyondlimits.com.
Am I supposed to say my name?
Just say something. Anything would be great.
Hi,
Say
everybody. Do you believe in this? Because I don't.
All right. Well,
Well,
we're gonna,
thanks for this fun journey.
yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good story.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Yeah, it was. It was a fun story. I do agree. So thank you for listening, everybody. My name is Frank,
My name is Brie.
And this is Lynette.
and you've been listening to Fringe.
Beyond
Limits.